Good morning, students. It's so good to be recording a small video for you, BSc students of the fourth semester. I decided that I would record a lecture on measurements, a poem written by an Assamese poet called Navakanda Barua. And especially during this time, we feel that we have to keep connected with our dear students. And I'm sure that many of your teachers have been taking Zoom classes and sending you notes and ways by which we feel that we need to communicate to you. And so I've recorded this small video for this poem. You can refer this in your textbook, go through the poem and follow the lecture as well. The poem is Measurements. It's on page 45. Measurement is a poem written by an Assamese poet, Navakanda Barua. He has written many books in different genres, and his works include poetry, fiction, critical works, and children books. He has many awards to his credits, which includes Padma Bhushan. The poem is an extract from Dancing Earth, an anthology of poetry from Northeast India. Measurements is a metaphorical poem. It means expressing one thing with the help of the other. The poem brings out the spirit of nationhood as against the reign of terror unleashed on the northeastern states, especially Assam, in the name of ethnic violence, communal tensions, and separatist movements. This poem is written in the backdrop of insurgency movements which started in 1970s between the native indigenous Assamese people and the union government over alleged neglect, domination, and subjugation. This is the background on which the poet writes this poem. In the background, we find that from 1970s onwards, the people of Assam, especially northeastern people, wanted to have their own nation. They wanted to deviate from the mainland, that is India. And so the indigenous people have been creating a lot of conflict and violence and wanted to disturb the peace of those states. So in that backdrop, we have many writers who wish to give us the actual condition in which they've been living. And this poem brings out the actual suffering of the common folks and what they would want or what are they expecting of the nation. So keeping that as a background, we find in the poem, the poet longs for the stitching of all the northeastern states into the garment of one nation called India. As I mentioned to you, the poem is metaphorical. In this poem, he writes about the application is, we find that there are different pieces of cloth which need to be brought together and stitched together to make a complete garment which would fit a man or a person. So in this case, he says that he compares it with, or he tries to apply it to the various aspects of a human body. The poem is a call. The poem could be considered as a lament on the emptiness of human existence and also as a critique of modern civilization. He seemed to be crying about the emptiness or having no value of living in such conditions in such places. And also it is a critique of modern civilization. The poet extensively uses symbols and images, blending the serious with the light and applying the language of conversation. The poem, when you read, you would find that it's the outset of the poem, you would find that it's very easy to follow. It's almost like the poet is conversing with another person. The vagaries of modern life and the reflection of social realities, not in its outward forms but in its soul, can be seen in this poem. The vagaries of modern life, the changes that modern life was bringing, and also the realities of social life seems to be the very soul of this poem. The poem begins with the image of dusk stealthily coming, that is, the day is moving from evening to night. The world, according to him, is moving towards darkness in the name of development and progress. The call to go to the tailors to get measured is a call to the outward engagement of measuring the progress and development and reckoning on the economic growth rather than the change that should occur within the soul of the state's existence. So the call here is reckoning on the economic growth rather than the change that should occur within the soul of the state's existence. The call seems to be like, let us see what development, what progress has taken place, but not reckoning into the very soul of the existence of the state. In the next verse, the poet speaks of the entrails of the body being measured, the inner organs of the body being measured, like the organs, maybe the heart and the lungs and the details of the inner organs, and the hormones of love and of life and of everything else, which is a stark reality of the vagaries of modern life and its hollowness and the idiosyncrasies of the people of his time. Every generation spends its valuable time in engaging in the same activity of measuring rather than stitching of the garment for the nation that will fit all human beings. The image of stitching the garment to fit man is an act of complete reformation and reconstruction of the people of northeastern states with the nation India. So it seems almost that the poet is calling, it's a plea, it's a request, it's pleading, it's crying, asking that each and every measurement be brought together and a complete garment to be completed. But what he finds is that the vagaries of modern life that he mentions here brings out the hollowness of this measurement. He says generation after generation, people come and they continue to do the same activity which the previous generation has done, but no one really cares to bring out the garment. This garment is what, according to the poet, means that there should be a complete form by which you can say that the change has occurred. He wants to somehow feel that the states to be connected to the mainland and to call itself to be a part of this nation. So nationhood, to become a part of India, is the cry of the poet. But he finds very strangely no such attempt has been made to make the garment. It's only the measurement that seemed to go on, which has been for a very long time. This solution seems to be elusive. The reckonings or estimation seem to be more important, like the statistical numbers of suicides, which he mentioned, which has increased, number of letters in a speech, number of Christians in Arabia is what the generations are indulging in. So he tries to find out, what the generations are doing. They are more or less giving us the statistics. The number of people who committed suicide, number of letters in a speech, or number of Christians in Arabia. Why Arabia? Because it's in Israel that the Christianity emerged. So how many Christians live there? So this is what the generation is indulging in. So he is now trying to focus on when would the generation try to make the garment that would fit a man. So garment has to be stitched. So each part must be brought together and final garment has to be made that will fit each and every person. So here he pleads that there should be a time when the generation would stop such kind of calculations and measurements, but rather bring out the garment, the complete sense of garment. So the whole poem seems to bring out a sense of snobbery. It also shows boredom and a desolate disillusionment which can be seen reflected in this poem. So, this is a far cry into expecting a change, especially in the northeastern states, and by the Assamese poet, hoping that this kind of conflicts, the ethnic violence, or what is happening in their state would stop, and they would accept that they belong to the great nation of India, and together they need to live in harmony with the country rather than to come out as separatists and try to form their own nation. So, this is what the poet wishes to share with us in this poem. And dear students, as I have explained to you, you can go through the poem. It's a very simple poem. You would follow it, read the text, and keep this explanation next to you. And as you follow what I have explained to you, read also the comprehension questions and try to answer the questions and find the answers in the poem. Maybe I would also send the notes for this in through WhatsApp, so you can also refer to it. And any difficulty in answering any of these questions, you can always message me, you can call me anytime. Hope this has been helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day.